Good day, sir. I am here to discuss to you some of my knowledge about marine environment. So, what comes first in your mind when you're talking about marine environment? Probably oceans, seas, and fish. But that's actually quite correct because marine environment are habitats that support marine life, and marine life are those fishes and other water bodies that live in the ocean, and uh, and the marine environment supports their natural life. So to sum things up, marine environment are oceans, seas, bays, estuaries, and other major water bodies, including their surface interface and interaction with the atmosphere. So now let's talk about the major sources of marine pollution. Did you know that 80% of marine pollution comes from land waste? The entire marine ecosystem and natural assets of people who live near the oceans and seas are being undermined by marine pollution like plastics, sewage, agricultural runoff, and oil. People who live near the oceans and seas are particularly vulnerable. Marine pollution directly affects their livelihoods and economies. It decreases tourism while affecting human health. Climate change is creating even more pressure to their communities. This amplifies the effects of marine pollution and the urgency to support healthy ocean. So now I'm going to discuss to you the Convention of MARPOL. The MARPOL is the international convention covering prevention of pollution of the marine environment by ships, operational or accidental. The MARPOL Convention was adopted on November 2, 1973 at IMO. The Protocol of 1978 was adopted in response to a spate of tanker accidents in 1976-1977. As the 1973 MARPOL Convention had not yet entered into force, the 1978 MARPOL Protocol absorbed the parent convention. The combined instrument entered into force on October 2, 1983. In 1977, a protocol was adopted to amend the convention and a new Annex 6 was added which entered into force on May 19, 2005. MARPOL has been updated by amendments through the years. The convention includes regulations aimed at preventing and minimizing pollutions from ships, both accidental pollution and that from routine operations, and currently includes 6 technical annexes. Special areas with strict controls on operational discharges are included in most annexes. Annex 1. Regulations for the prevention of pollution by oil, which is entered into force in October 2, 1983, which covers prevention of pollution by oil from operational measures as well as from accidental discharges. The next is Annex 2, which covers regulations for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances in bulk, which is entered into force October 2, 1983, which details the discharges, criteria and measures for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances carried in bulk. The third annex is prevention of pollutions by harmful substances carried by sea in package form, which is entered into force during July 1, 1992, which covers general requirements for the issuing of detailed standards on packing, marking, labeling, documentation, stowage, quantity limitations, exceptions, and notifications. The next is Annex 4, which prevention of pollution by sewage from ships, which is entered into force in September 27, 2003, which contains requirements to control pollution of the sea by sewage. And next is Annex 5, which is prevention of pollutions by garbage from ships, entered into force during December 31, 1988, which deals with different types of garbages and specifies the distance from land and manner in which they may be disposed. And lastly is the Annex 6, which is for prevention of air pollution from ships, which was entered into force during May 19, 2005, which is used to set limits on sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide emissions from ships' exhaust and prohibits deliberate emissions of ozone depleting substances. Thank you.